Hello and welcome to our beginner's guide to Forex trading. My name is KiraForex and I am excited to be your instructor on this journey to understanding the world of Forex. In this session, I'll cover the essential concepts and provide you with a solid foundation to get started with Forex trading. So let's dive right in. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel, like, and also leave a comment below. Forex trading is constantly evolving market, and it's important to stay up to date on the latest trends and strategies. Without wasting much time, let's get started. So before you become successful in Forex trading, you need a solid foundation. After I am done taking you through this session, you will learn how to identify trading opportunities, how to time the market, and then when to take profit and close your trades in profit. Forex trading isn't easy, but with a lot of studying and hard work, you can become a successful Forex trader. Forex trading is just like going through an educational system where you move from one stage to another. Now, one may ask, what is Forex? I guess you've heard it from your friends, you've heard it from people, but don't really know what Forex is. I'll take you through that in a simple way. If you have ever traveled to another country, you usually have to find a currency exchange booth at the airport and then exchange the money you have in your wallet or your purse into the currency's country you are visiting, right? You go up to the counter and notice a screen displaying different exchange rates for different currencies. You find the Panisian and think to yourself, wow, my $1 is worth 100 yen and I have $10. I am going to be rich, super rich. This excitement is quickly killed when you stop by a shop in the airport afterwards to buy a can of soda, and all of a sudden, half of your money is gone. When you do this, you have essentially participated in the Forex market. You have exchanged one currency for another. Before you fly back home, you stop by the currency exchange booth or the Forex bureau to exchange the yen that you miraculously left over. And notice that the exchange rates have changed. It's these changes in the exchange rates that allow you to make money in the foreign exchange market. I hope this is clear. Forex is just a short term of foreign exchange. Forex is one of the largest markets in the world with a total liquidity of 7 trillion. Now, what this means is that every day people trade $7 trillion in the Forex market. That is a very big market, right? Now, take note of this figure. It is larger than the New York Stock Exchange market and the crypto market combined. So ask yourself, how much can you make? Forex is a decentralized market where the world currencies are traded. When I say decentralized, don't get confused. What it means is that there is no central authority or exchange that governs it. Instead, the market is made up of network of financial institutions that trade with each other directly or through electronic networks. Now, all these statistics are online, so you can do well to confirm them for yourself. That is to show the massive liquidity which is on the Forex market and how large the Forex market is. Now, before we move to the next topic, which is what is traded on Forex, let's look at the participants in the Forex market. So, the primary participants in the Forex market are the central banks, the commercial banks, the financial institutions, corporations, hedge funds, and individual traders like you and I, who trade from the comfort of our homes with our phones, our laptops. We are going to talk about what is traded in the Forex market. This is not Accra Mall or Kaneshi market or your normal local markets around. In Forex market, we trade currency pairs. we trade currency pairs, we trade precious metals, we trade shares, and so on. This should tell you that we can trade different assets in the forex market. Now, our next topic is who is a forex broker. So just like the betting companies where you bet through these betting companies, the same thing happens in the forex market. So who is a forex broker? Now, forex brokers are firms that give you access to the forex market. They provide you as a trader access to the financial market by providing a trading account for you. They give traders what we call leverage. They also provide support functions to traders. There are various brokers in the forex market. Below are some of them. Mine is not listed here. I trade with 10 Trade, which is one of the best and the biggest forex broker in the world. So they are like banks in the forex where you deposit your money and trade on the large forex market. After you are done trading, you can withdraw your money through various withdrawal methods in your local currency. Now let's talk about trading times and trading sessions. Now, trading session refers to the specific time or periods during which the forex market is open for trading. Since the forex market operates globally, it is open 24 hours a day from Monday to Friday. However, the market is not equally active throughout the entire day. There are various trading times and trading sessions in the forex market. They include the Sydney session, the Tokyo session, the London session, the Frankfurt session, and then the New York session. These sessions or the session names are derived from the major cities in which most of the transactions are done. Because of these trading sessions, no matter where you are around the world, no matter your time zone, you can trade this large, highly liquid market. Let's now get to their trading times because each of these sessions have their own opening and closing times. The Sydney session opens 9 p.m. GMT. The Tokyo session opens 11 p.m. GMT. The London session opens 7 a.m. GMT. The Frankfurt session opens 8 a.m. GMT. And the New York session opens 1 p.m. GMT. However, because it's traded by many people all over the world, the times are left in standard GMT times to allow proper referencing from traders in other parts of the world. Take note, all sessions last for 9 hours. Knowing their opening times will help get their appropriate closing times. Just add 9 hours to the opening time to get when they would close. So what this means is that if Sydney session that opens by 9 p.m. GMT will close by 6 a.m. GMT. And then the Tokyo session that opens by 11 p.m. GMT will close by 8 a.m. GMT. Our next topic we'll be discussing is the terminologies used in Forex. But before we start with that, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also leave a comment below if you are finding this informative and also like. Now let's move to the terminologies used in Forex. Now when we say to go long means to buy. The next one is to go short means to sell. Soon you will get to see that all what we are doing in Forex is buying and selling. The next thing we will see are bullish market. When we say bullish market, what it means is a market that is going upwards. And when we say bearish market, what it means is that a market that is going downwards. Now let's talk about bulls and bears. So bulls means buyers. So the buyers are referred to as bulls. And the bears means the sellers. The sellers are referred to as bears. Now let's look at what is a ranging market. So when we say a ranging market, a market is said to be ranging if it does not have any definite direction. It's neither moving upwards nor downwards. So you may hear people tell you that the market is just ranging. They are indirectly telling you that the market has not found any direction yet. Let's talk about trending. A market that has a direction, it's either moving upward or downwards. Let's talk about hawkish. This term is mostly used when referring to central bank governor or personnel of a country. When they are hawkish, they tend to be liberal on interest rates and are willing to increase it. This is a good news for investors. Then now let's talk about the dovish. This is the opposite of hawkish. Financial personnel who are dovish are very restrictive. They do not want to tamper with their interest rate. They even want to reduce it. This is bad news for investors. Now let's look at what an NFP is. NFP, an acronym for what? Non-farm payroll. A very important news event in the US. Now let's talk about the forms of Forex. There are basically two forms of trading in Forex. They include the following: the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis. Take note of them. Now let's start with this one, the fundamental analysis. This is also known as news trading. Here you are analyzing the forex market with respect to the news. It's been said that news is what moves the market. Every day, various news is being released by these major countries. The news positively or negatively affect the currency pair involved, and then you make your trading decision based on the news. We see all these news on CNN, Bloomberg, CNBC, and so on. Now, when you open your MT4, it has the summary of the news section. Also, you can find some of this news on Forex Factory, Daily FS, Investing.com, FX Street, and so on. Now, one of the reasons why I love Forex trading is that for the fact that even if the news is positive or negative, Forex traders, we don't care because you can make money both ways. So let's look at the important news that is being released by the United States. Even though there are news released every day, we have different news that are being released every day, but this is one of the news that is being released by the United States, and most forex traders call it their market day. This is what we call the king of all news, and it is called the NFP. Let's talk a little about the NFP. So this is a news released by the United States of America. Among all, the news is released by the US. This is the highest because it causes the most volatility in the market. When I say volatility, what I mean is that making the market fluctuate and move in a particular direction most rapidly. On a day of NFP, you don't even need to trade that much currency pairs to make such profit. Just one currency pair could make you a move of 100 pips within 5 minutes. I hope you are enjoying this session because I'm telling you everything, or I'm teaching you everything you need to know about the forex market. Now let's start with the understanding what NFP is. Non-farm payroll is one of the biggest news that every trader awaits on. It's a news that contains various data and statistics released by the US Bureau of Labor and Statistics. It's very influential as an indicator of US economy. US Federal Reserve makes monetary policy decisions based on this data. Hence, investors, financial analysts, forex traders like you and I, stock traders make trading decisions with the news. It is released every first Friday of the month by 8:30 a.m. EST. So every first Friday of the month, that is when the NFP is being released, which is 12:30 p.m. GMT. The data that is released includes, so when you look at my previous video, which I was teaching about Investing.com, I did talk about most of these things and where you can actually find that data. So you can go back to my YouTube or go to my YouTube, search for Investing.com, how to trade using Investing.com, which I'll be leaving the link below, and then you learn or you see where this data is. Now, non-farm payroll, the data release include non-farm payroll increase. This is the number of new jobs added in the US labor sector in the previous month. This data includes employment in the manufacturing sector, construction sector, goods sector, and so on, excluding, that is why it is called non-farm payroll, excluding farm workers. Also, excluding private household employees and non-profit organizations. It is usually compared to the previous data. It also includes unemployment rates in US, which sectors of the economy were jobs added mostly. I hope I'm making sense. It gives investors and traders clues as to possible sectors to invest in, as the sector that added more jobs will be most likely to have experienced growth. The data also includes the average hourly earnings of the workers in the US. This is also an economic indicator because even if the number of workers didn't change, but however their earnings increase, it would have the same effect as if their number increased. Same also could be interpreted in reverse if their earnings reduce. Then the last one here is the data includes a revision of previous non-farm payroll because investors compare these values together whether there has been an improvement or reduction. This also gives you an idea if the economy is growing or reducing. Now let's move to the interpretation of NFP. We now know what NFP is, what it includes. Now let's interpret what NFP is. So when more jobs are added, it means that business ventures are growing. And remember that these newly employed will be paid. Hence, more people will have money to spend on goods and services, hence increasing the growth of the economy. However, when the number of jobs added is reduced, the reverse occurs. People won't have money to spend on goods, produce, and services, hence rendering the economy. Also, the US government has an amount of money paid to the unemployed. When more jobs are added, more people will be employed. This reduces the unemployment rate. As the unemployed citizens reduce, less money leaves the government's pocket, hence boosting the economy. So this is just a breakdown on what NFP entails and why it is so volatile. It's usually released on the first Friday of every month. Like I said earlier, no forex trader visits his wedding or party on the first Friday of any month except it's a night event, so as forex traders never miss it. So we don't miss this day when the news is released because we call it a market day. Most traders trade once a month. We have these big banks who trade once a month, and the only thing they trade is this NFP news. They found their accounts specifically for NFP and close for the month. Most people make what you would be paid in a year just on NFP. Did I just say a year? In 5 years, actually. That's how massive NFP news is. It causes large volatility in the market. Now let's talk about technical analysis. Now before we dive right into the technical analysis, click on the channel and then subscribe. Also like and leave a comment below if you are loving this session. So now let's talk about technical analysis. When you say technical analysis, this is a form of trade. This form of trading is when you analyze the market using indicators, chart patterns, candlesticks, Fibonacci, support and resistance, pivot point, Elliott waves, demand and supply, smart money, and so on, or whatever you might have heard about technical analysis. When you use any of the above to analyze the market, it is called technical analysis. Now we use this technical analysis because high volatile news such as the NFP is not released every day, so you can't just depend on fundamental analysis alone. Every day can't be what? Christmas. So as a forex trader, you must learn how to trade the market using technical analysis. Also, we have traders who trade with only the technical analysis without the fundamental analysis, just basing on what? Historical price to find direction on the structure. Now, because every day can't be Christmas, high volatile news like NFP is not going to be released every day, like I said earlier. So you must learn how to analyze the market and trade in the absence of any major news release. That's what makes you a complete forex trader. So now, to be at the safer side, you should learn the fundamental aspect and the technical aspect, because once you are trading currency pairs, you are trading the economies. So you are trading one economy against another. So you really need to know what is happening in those economies. Today, I woke up in the morning after reading the news. That was some time ago. I realized it was affecting the euro currency negatively. So as a trader, I didn't go ahead to sell euro, but I used my technical analysis to see where exactly to sell the euro. After some few hours of entry, I made profit, which means that I have put together the fundamental and the technical analysis to have a complete setup. Among the two major forms of analysis, no one is superior to each other and no one is used in isolation. So you will learn as we move on how to harmonize the two to constantly keep you on top. This has brought us to the end of this session. In our next session, we will talk about the technicalities of Forex trading. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like, and also leave a comment below. Remember, success in Forex trading comes with knowledge, practice, and discipline. Stay tuned for more valuable content on my YouTube video. And until next time, happy trading. Peace out.